All right. I don't know if that other stream is still going, but my craptastic Dell laptop, it's not even mine, which it's going to go back to work in a couple days, has crashed, and I spent like 15 minutes trying to figure out how to de-stream it. So, or unstream, whatever. I have to go edit that video now. Fun times. Anyways, yeah, I just wanted to finish this up. So where were we? Right, so I'm going to have to go edit that other one out. I'm going to use this old-ass Dell. What is this? No, this is a Lenovo from like 2012 running Ubuntu 18. And let's see if it crashes. It will not. And if it does, I'm just going to finish this. I'm tired. All right, so a couple things I have to solder up here because the 7-segment display is from a failed. What is it a failed thing from? It's from a failed one of these. It's actually exactly one of these displays. The other one's already in another computer. So I figured, you know what, I'm going to get everything I can out of it. So I started stripping the components out of it, and that's where that came from. So yeah, it was never meant to be manipulated in this way. Hence why, you know, the 7-segment display it's been hardwired to say Gretzky's number 99, which is close, which is actually, realistically, it is the speed of this computer. 33 times 3 is 99. Give and take the oscillators foibles, it might actually be 101. I don't know. But now, I'll gingerly place that in there and turn it on. How do we do that here? Like this. Yeah, there you go. You can probably see it. Yeah, 99. Sweet. All right. And then this will go right on top of it. Shrouded in even more mystery. It's like a transparent thing here. Okay, so now that that's kind of good, let's move on to the switches. So what I wanted to do originally was put a double pole single throw switch for the turbo button, which would activate the turbo when on. So here's a perfect switch for that. This is a power switch. And then also turn on the 99 display. When you turn it off, it would shut off power to it, right? Like one pole would activate the turbo switch, one pole would activate 5-volt power to that 7-segment display. However, this is wired up, and it kind of makes sense that if you don't have the turbo, with the turbo off, so the circuit open, the turbo is on. When you close the circuit, it shuts off the turbo, it brings the computer into whatever, 33 megahertz or something. So that would have the opposite effect of what I want. So it would be slow mode would show 60 or 99, and then fast mode would show nothing and it'd be fast. So unfortunately, you know, this is the electronics situation of this computer. So that's where I had to make some concessions. All right. So I believe, which one is my reset switch? I think this is my turbo switch. So I'm gonna have to turn this back. You know, I'm gonna unplug the hard drive because I don't like cycling it like that. So it is a Maxter. Okay, so first pin these two together. Turn this on. So the turbo LED is on right now. And if I short these, that's my reset. Okay, so this is my turbo. So short these, turbo goes off. Okay, all right. So it's going to yell at me because it'll give me a hard drive error in a moment because the hard drive is not connected. There it is. All right, so I don't know how the switch works. I didn't take a multimeter to it before, so I'm just going to guess. Yeah, I think that's it right there. So that's with it off, and that's with it on. And then when I press it, yeah, okay. So that's how I'm going to solder that up. Reset switch is dead simple. There's only 2 options on it. And it looks like that will actually clear. Yep, it will. So I picked I eyeballed the right switches. So right now I'm just going to screw them down in there so they don't move around anymore. if that was like a square or it was a diamond. So like a rectangle, diamond, circle, circle. No, let's not get too crazy. Let's keep the square as it is. And of course, the fun part will be vacuuming all this crap up afterwards. All right, so a bit of a close up there. Here's your on-off switch, the turbo switch, reset switch, and the LED goes in there. So let's start. Is this reset or is this turbo? That's turbo. Okay. So let us begin. Let's power this down. There's no need to have it on right now. Soldering gun out. Gun, whatever. Soldering iron. Let's try not to melt everything with it. The reason I'm not putting these on any kind of harness or clip is because the other end of this is just your standard motherboard header. There's nothing fancy about it. It just unplugs and pull the whole switch out from the front. And I've left a, well, that's going to be a cold solder for sure. I've left a good amount of, what have I left a good amount of? I've left a good amount of slack, so it should be all right. Okay. One side. Good. That is the turbo button. Reset. Similar idea. Header on the other side. Bend that a little bit so I can have a bit more flexibility. I think that's the last of the soldering. Now it's just hooking everything up. So the other position is good. And now my least favorite part is going to be mounting this 7-segment display in here. There's no mounts of any kind. It's just going to be put in that hole with epoxy. Luckily, there is some, what do you call it, resistance, so it's not like totally flopping around in there. It is not perfect, however, but it's good enough. It should be able to do the job. So now we're going to mix up some epoxy. This is actually not the greatest epoxy. This is the Plastic Bonder JB Weld. It's not super good at bonding plastic, if I'm honest. I mean, it's going to be perfectly fine for this. But my kid breaks his toys a lot, so I'm trying to show him the value of repairing something rather than just replacing it. You know, so maybe one day Lewis Rosman will be his hero or something, or maybe his dad will be, because I fix stuff all the time. I make old computers out of slightly newer ones. You know, I reuse the 7-segment displays that I guess people would just normally throw out. I don't know. I guess just trying to teach them that, you know, this is why throw it out? You can easily fix it. Makes you feel better about it. And also, it's not in a landfill, so everybody really wins here. You save money, develop some skills, and I don't know. Yeah, that's just, I don't know. That's my mantra. I don't like throwing stuff out. I have two 35-year-old cars right in the driveway right now. A 21-year-old car, and my daily's a 16-year-old car. So yeah, that's just, I don't know where it comes from. I mean, my dad was a pretty frugal dude. When we came to Canada, we didn't have a whole bunch of stuff. And my dad saved up a lot of his money to get me stuff. And to travel, and to do all that. Good stuff, I suppose. Good. So I want to pass that back down and repay it forward to my kid. Teach him the value of fixing stuff. Alright, so that 7-segment's going to be a bit of a hot mess. Because wires everywhere. These are long enough that I think I can just go right in there. Yeah, that's right. I think I'm going to have to bend these out a little bit. Yeah. Bend them up quite a bit, actually. Power switches. Not super liking this arrangement. I tried to put these connectors on here, and now it looks like I may have made a mistake in so doing. Unless I can bend it out sideways before this bloody epoxy dries. Last minute planning. There. That'll work. Okay. Everything else is good. Those are all still soldered together. Okay. And before I snap anything together, I'm going to actually turn this rig on. Okay. Everything seems to be working. Let me get a reset. I'll bring this upwards and complete the rest of it like that. Okay, reset doesn't work. Why doesn't the reset switch work? Maybe it's unplugged. Or, before I take everything apart, I'll do some troubleshooting. I mean, the soldering iron wasn't on at full blast, so I don't think I melted the switch. And we'll do a continuity check here. I gotta get new leads. Okay. Continuity check. We'll do continuity check here. Okay, so this switch is just defective. That's brilliant. Well, anyways, let's put the hardware stuff together. I can always switch that out. It's easy. So, yeah, not super happy about that. I'm gonna be going back to that electronics store and being like, yo, I need another one. So essentially, this is what we're dealing with. It fits all nicely in there. That is your power switch, which I can't show you now because there's no power. And I'm just going to put some epoxy on here. Just a little bit. Too much in that corner there. That should be enough. Okay, I'm going to leave it like this. I'm going to try to turn it on actually, so you guys can see what it does here. I mean, stupid momentary switch that doesn't work. I think they had more of those. So yeah, I mean, I think it's laid out pretty nicely here. I mean, we got the power switch, turbo, reset, LED. You know, the other LEDs are here and here. Actually, yeah, let's power it on somehow. I'm gonna put this can of compressed air under here, so I can do this. Not to strain the power cable, which will go in right here. I'm actually curious to see how this looks myself. Okay, so there's a lot of glare on this. Turn off one of these lights. Will that help? This one. This one, I think. Okay, yeah, that's a bit better. Okay, so let's do a test run. First, we have to turn the power on here. Okay, and the first thing I see is the epoxy has made its way into the little 7-second display here. So we're going to have to wipe that off. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, keyboard error, I know. Keyboard and hard drive error at this point. Okay, that's a bit better. Once the stuff dries, it'll be better. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'm just going to leave it like that overnight. So you can see that it does say 99 on it. There's a lot of light on it, but you can see it's fairly visible. I mean, I should turn them both off. Maybe you can see. There, yeah, you can see that. So that is 99. That looks pretty cool. I like it. And put these both on. So yeah, something happened to the switch. Wait, did it reset? I never tested the switch, but anyways, that does work. So you push it on, the turbo turns off. You push it up, the turbo turns on, which is the reason I couldn't make that 7-segment work properly. But yeah, you know what? I'm happy with it. Just gotta go get another switch, and this thing is ready to rock. That is finally the end of this computer. I think I'm gonna keep the Pentium 4 sticker on there. I don't have anything that says 486 on it. Yeah, I just have another one that says Pentium, so that won't work here. Yeah, no, we're gonna leave it at that. I'm quite content with this. Just clean up all the crap and all the crap that's over there. But yeah, I think that's gonna look pretty sharp. I like it. Yeah, it's nice. Cool. All right, that is all.